In Donald Trump's Republican Party, it has become very normal for them to have it both ways. Not so much a have their cake and eat it too, but they want two diametrically opposed ideas to exist in reality at the same time. For instance, we'll give you a couple examples here. They want Joe Biden to be a feeble, senile, cognitively diminished individual, but also the mastermind of a legal plot that spans the entire United States government that is against Donald Trump. They want Donald Trump to be a titan of industry with his finger on the pulse, controlling every aspect of his vast and mighty empire, but also he didn't know what was going on. What? There was hush money payments made? I don't know. All kinds of people do things within the company that I control with an iron fist that I didn't know about. There are several other examples, but let's just get into the meat here. Eric Trump was on with Laura Ingraham yesterday on her goofy Fox News show, and she was trying to, or seemingly, ostensibly asking questions about this very matter, about Donald Trump signing off on everything. It has been reported widely for years and years, even things that Donald Trump has said lead us to this opinion, that Donald Trump did have to sign off on even the most minuscule charges. He was in control. And when we talk about the Trump organization, it's not some IBM or Tesla or Apple. It's not a massive corporation. It's a family business with a few people who work for the organization as employees. So it's feasible. It's likely, in fact, that it is the case that Donald Trump was micromanaging every little thing. So when Laura Ingraham asked this question of Eric Trump, it is telling that he refuses to answer. And then I got another clip, same interview, where she goes back to the trough to try to get an answer. And he kind of gets broken down, and I don't know if it's an accident or what, but he does say, well, no, that's just not the case. First, watch her attempting to get to an answer here.
Why stop at 34? Cohen says that he called your dad to make sure that he approved of what he was doing and that he would be reimbursed for everything. He required Mr. Trump sign off basically on everything. That's what he repeated throughout the day.
Yeah, isn't that really interesting? Because it kept on getting delayed and delayed and delayed. And Michael Cohen kept on making excuses. They couldn't get the payment. And then he finally comes out in one of the emails and says that, well, I can't get in touch with him.
But did he sign off on everything, your dad?
You know what? I can't get in touch with the president. You know why? Because he's in Iowa and he's campaigning in every swing state and he couldn't get him. You know, it's really amazing how he comes out. And I mean, the email chains clearly show this. But Laura, that's not what this is about. They want to take my father down in New York. They want to do it civilly. They want to do it criminally. They want to do it in Georgia. They want to try and do it in Washington, D.C. They go to the farthest left areas of this country. They have radical prosecutors, all with one thing in common. They're all funded by Soros, every single one, and they have a damn mission to go after Donald Trump because he's winning in every poll. And when you...
That was a whole lot of talk and not a lot of answers. He's campaigning, he's doing this, whatever. Isn't that very interesting that Michael Cohen's... Listen, you've lost the game already when Eric Trump is your surrogate, when Eric Trump is the guy that they have to roll out to be the communicator. Look, I'm sorry, but that's just the case of all the people who are effective at convincing people of whatever position. Eric Trump ain't it. He's not your guy, but that's the best they have. So it's only minutes later in this interview. That was at like 7:22 p.m. This next one's like 7:24, where she really comes back to it, and he does give a definitive answer that is not to be believed.
And then he comes on today, and he basically says, well, look, Donald Trump was in control of this company. He signed off on everything. But does that concern you that he said your dad signs off on everything?
Which just, first of all, it's not true. My father was campaigning for 2 years at that point. And at the point that
But
the
those are
payment,
big expenses,
at the
though.
point that the payment was actually made, he was sitting in Washington D.C.
But those aren't. I mean, I'd say those
Laura,
aren't crimes ananyway. Even if he did say okay.
Of course they're not. NDAs are completely
Yeah, I
legal.
mean that's the point. I would.
So it's no, he had no idea, but also, even if he did, not illegal. Pick a defense, Eric. This is why you don't send the dopiest of the dopes out to try to make the case for my father, my father, my father, my father. He's the male version, but all the Trump kids are the Meghan McCain of the Trump family. Constantly running their mouths about the only thing, the most important thing in their world is my father, my father, my father, because they'd have nothing without them. They are bereft of talent or ability. But it really does go to show the duplicitous nature. I don't even know if it's a duplicity so much as just trying to convince the unwashed, low information rubes in the Republican Party that you can have it all the ways. Donald Trump, a titan who's in control, but also, he just doesn't know. People are doing things behind his back. He's not the effective leader that they think they want to make him out to be. Anyway, what do you think? I would love to know your opinion on this. You can call, leave me a brief voicemail. Keep them brief, please. Do not send me a series of voicemails. 1, I'll listen to for sure. 2, 3, there's not a chance I'm even opening it. So, not to be a dick, but not enough time. Not enough time. 714-576-4054. Of course, you can email me as always, daily@dollemore.com. I welcome your opinion on this matter. You can also just leave a comment below and we can talk about it there. That's actually probably the best thing. It helps YouTube to recommend this channel to new viewers, and that is great. If you want to help support my work, you want to help me make these videos and reach the 15 or 20 million people that I do every month, you can click the join button below this video, become a channel member for $2 a month. You can also go over to patreon.com/IDoubtIt podcast. After all that, if you're still not sick of me, sometimes I'm sick of myself, follow me on social media. I'm at Dollemore on Twitter and Instagram and Threads and TikTok and Facebook and Blue Sky and all the new ones that are coming out all the time. At Dollemore. I'd love to see you there. I'll see you next time. Until I do, be genuine, be less like Eric Trump, and take care of one another.